Hello there. Have you ever wondered how much does music really affect other type of art forms? For instance, will listen to metal or punk influence you to draw ugly art pieces? Or in that case, will happy pop music make you paint rainbows, unicorns, and cringy hearts? Well, in order to answer this hypothesis, I have decided to create this series called Sketchview. How does this music style or subgenre looks like? Basically, I'm going to sketch or paint whatever pops in my head while listening to the music. I may be or not influenced by the artwork as well, but the main focus is to try to express whatever I feel with certain music styles. We're also going to go through the shape of the sound, the aesthetics that these artists use, and of course, pioneer classic and modern bands. Okay, so let's see how much does music really alters my ideas and talk about the essence of the subgenre. Hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Sludge metal is a subgenre of metal that combines the slow, dark instrumentals and atmosphere of doom metal with the aggressive, harsh screams and shouts credited to hardcore punk. So basically, you combine this sad metalhead guy with this other angry dude, and well, you get this. As any other fusion genre, and by fusion, I mean every time punk and metal has intersections, you get some groups of fans of both worlds that won't like it. For the doom metalhead, the harsh vocals, the muddy guitar tone, and the shitty punk production may be a turn off for them, while the lack of speed and some of the bluesy riffs may be a turn off for the hardcore fan. But for the people that like the best of both worlds, and I am not talking about bisexual here, sludge metal is fucking awesome. So let's check the influences. Since we are talking about a fusion genre, of course we're going to have a mixture of influences. First of all, we really must mention Black Sabbath. I mean, they are not only one of the pioneers of the heavy metal genre as a whole, but they also inspired doom and even stoner metal. We are talking about the first 6 albums, of course, not the Thjs stuff. Other bands followed this bluesy, dirty Sabbath doom metal style. Bands such as Pentagram, Saint Vitus, and even newer ones like Sleep and Electric Wizard.
Every time I'm on the street, people laugh and point at me.
While other bands such as Candlemass went for a rather more melodic type of doom, called by some epic doom metal. We will talk about doom metal with more in-depth in another video. Other huge influence was the massive Celtic Frost classic to Megatherion. I mean, what can we not say about this album? It really got started extreme metal as a whole, in my opinion. Its influence on heavy music is very hard to deny. However, it's not mentioned too much when it comes to Sludge, and I think it's worth mentioning them. Now, in the hardcore punk side of things, we have 1984 Black Flag's My War. What can one say about Black Flag that it hasn't been said? Huge hardcore titans. Everyone was expecting another hardcore classic after Damage, but what the fans got was quite different, and a massive influence to sludge metal. You really need to mention also the noise projects of Flipper and of course Gore. You really need also to mention the cross-punk of Amebix. We are entering now the early sludge days. We have already mentioned it, a lot of bands that come close to sounded like what we call today sludge metal. But which band is actually regarded as the first sludge metal band? Introducing the fucking Melvins. When the band released in 1984 the 12-minute EP called 6 Songs, they really mastered and captured the Sabbath punk sound. They really hinted what was yet to come. But gluey port treatment is where it really took form, in my opinion at least. Fuzzy, dissonant, aggressive release. They are pretty much the face of the early Sludge phase. However, it's not the only early Sludge bands. We really had great releases in the late 80s, such as Crowbar's demo Aftershock, and of course, Godflesh industrial take of it with Street Cleaner. But a band really changed the whole picture again. Enters Eyehategod. When Eyehategod released In the Name of Suffering, they really captivate the audience. I mean, if hate, addiction, anxiety, and misanthropy had voices, they all would sound like this album. They really put you in the shoes of a meth-induced mental breakdown. They make you hate yourself and hate others. The filthy production, the thick riffing, and of course the hardcore vocals. No one has never listened to something like that before. So far, we have talked about the pioneers of sludge metal, but let's talk about some cool bands as well. While some great bands sounded like Eyehategod, such as Iron Monkey, Grief, and Fistula, we had other takes of the genre, such as Acid Bath, Dystopia, and of course Crowbar. You also got bands that try their atmospheric take like Neurosis. Other bands really try to mix it up with the stoner, such as Sleep, Electric Wizard, and of course Bongzilla and Bong Reaper. Other bands, however, they try to keep it up with doom metal, such as Conan and Blood. While other bands got the sound closer back to hardcore influences, such as Thjs, Primitive Man, and Jesus Peace. The relationship with power violence and grindcore has always been there, but we will be talking about that in another video. Of course, like any other metal genre, there is a black metal version of it. Such bands such as Coffin Worm, Drag Into the Sunlight, and Regarde les Hommes tomber. How does a sludge metal look like? Of course, I shouldn't even have to say this, but I'm going to. This is only based on my own perception and opinion of the music. This is what I draw while listening to these 4 albums. I couldn't avoid thinking about drug use, suffering, and of course suicide. The music really made me think about topics such as the Christian Bell's meth epidemic, the mental health issues, and the treatments. Basically, really inner hellish suffering. So, anyway, this is my take on this music. What do you think? Do you have a different perception of sludge metal? Well, hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for the next episodes and follow my projects on social media. See you later.